Hello, what's going on, Pisces? I want to go ahead and do Aboriginal Spirit Oracle for you today. All right, today is April 1st, 2026. You're going to see what messages are for you from your ancestors. And you got to know that if you're going through a hard time right now, that's my baby in the background. But if you're going through a hard time right now, that it won't always be the way it is. Okay. Looks like they woke up, both of them. Some of my cards are upside down. I didn't even know that. But all the messages are going to be upright. Okay? And I'm going to do a bottom of the deck after pulling 7. So the first message we have here is achievement. Pisces, a lot of goals that you feel like you're not able to attain, you're going to obtain. I know that you probably have been going through a period of hard time. And you probably have had someone who seemed as if they were unreal, like they weren't even human because of all of the stuff they put you through, or just a situation. And I feel like you've been heavily connected to an energy that caused a lot of frustration in your life, as the card I have pulled here. So your ancestors want you to know they see it all. Achievement is coming, and I know that this is still on your mind. And the thing about Pisces is we have the ability to just like let things go and move forward, but for some reason this is still bothering you, what you were just dealing with, or what you're still dealing with. But everything is going to work out in your favor, and it was a lesson that had to be learned. You're going to come out victorious. Okay. Yeah. So here's a surprise. The surprise is your ancestors actually have you going through what you're going through, and they're going to surprise you with how the outcome is going to be for you. The outcome is going to be better than you ever thought. The person who purposely wanted to put you through hardship, hard time, betrayal, they will reap the benefit of everything they've done because they had an opportunity not to do it. I'm also getting that you've even communicated with them that they should stop. They didn't care. They didn't trust you. They were so wrapped up into what's the word? Humbling you, or having dominion over you, or conquering you. And you were just so sweet. And they were pushing your buttons, you know what I'm saying? So you probably got yourself, or just loving too hard in a situation to where you're still stuck on how this is going to work out. You're not sure, right? Dealing with frustration, but there's going to be a huge surprise. I want you to really focus on the prize. It's not necessarily the journey, though it's a lot of things that pop up in the journey, you know what I'm saying, to kind of keep you distracted and everything. What's most important that you have to focus on, that your ancestors want you to focus on, Pisces, is that big surprise. Adventure. This is definitely adventure for you, Pisces. I know you love adventures. I know you love putting your hand on the fire just to see if the fire is really hot. And so that is something that God and your ancestors have formulated for you to experience so that you can elevate, move forward. And then you also have a mission for you that is going to come into fruition. Hold on, let me check on the babies really quick. Hold on. Something that is for you to be the CEO of, be the leader of. You're going to have a lot of financial breakthroughs, a lot of money. Just being very smart, actually being able to hold on to money, save money. A part of your frustration you were going through was because of this person had a spirit on them of wasteful when it came to money, wasteful when it came to love, wasteful when it came to loyalty and just life in general. So this was something that you had to experience, because now you're able to, you wanted to stray away from a person with a certain energy that you're now delivered from, but your spirit guides, your ancestors, the Most High, wanted you to actually go in the trenches, wanted you to actually experience firsthand experience with being close to a person who is just really lost, and they choose to be lost. So that's your adventure there. We pulled 4, we got 3 more, which now brings you closer to balance. It makes you more balanced, right? That you went through what you went through. And so you just got to trust in God, because God's plan is way bigger than yours, but God is not forsaking you or putting you down. And that's the thing. God already knows that these people or this person came to freaking test you and put you through stuff. That's why you compose yourself through it. A lot of people would have been broken. They would have broke down. But God wants you to breathe and tell yourself it won't always be like this, And that's funny, because everybody around you know that you're super strong and you can get through it. And I know sometimes you just want to kind of like break free and be like, y'all see something, so why are you messing with me? You know what I'm saying? But it's bringing forth balance, okay? All right, okay, so that's 5, and then we got 6, ancestral wisdom, like I mentioned before. You're also learning that disconnect that you probably had with your ancestors, with God, that's no more. You've been seeking closure. This is what it took for you to have that closure. It took for you to experience the workings of having your ancestors and the Most High, the divine power being prevalent and being known to you in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're powerful, Pisces. You're very, very, very powerful. If you're a feminine energy, you're very, very powerful. If you're a masculine energy, you're very, very, very powerful. But I just want to put emphasis on the feminine right now. You don't understand. Just stay aligned, stay balanced, because you don't want to use your gifts. You don't want to use your gifts. I pulled that out a little early. What is that? Deception. That's going to be the bottom of the deck. Okay, and I still have, I believe, one more card to pull here. But you don't want to use your gifts as a form of deception. That's what the ancestors and the Most High doesn't want you to do. They don't want you to be part of, the misery loves company, part of the destruction that people have within them that they tend to navigate with. No. Your purpose is to be here to bring forth balance. Ancestral wisdom, honey. Okay? So this is, we pulled, that's 6, we got 1 more. Turmoil. You've been through it, Pisces. You've been through it. You went through the turmoil so that you can understand how important it is to have that connection, that deep connection with self, with your ancestors, with your wisdom, to stay true to who you are. You had to put your hand on the fire, right? Because the evil energy, the bad energy was trying to, they were trying to recruit you. And then you have evil workings, evil workers doing what they do, male and female, both partnering up, doing what they do to try to recruit you, because you're high placement spirit energy that can do a whole lot. You don't even understand, Pisces. All right, so that is why you went through all the things you went through, the turmoil, which caused you to be very, very, very frustrated. Hold on to the fact that a big surprise is coming. All right, achievement. is coming. You're already walking in it. Ancestral wisdom is here. Balance is here. And you know what? You're going to have a great time doing it. There's going to be a lot of people coming in your life. If they haven't already, popping up in your life. It's going to give you a lot of adventure, fun, get your mind off of it, make you feel alive. Because when you're dealing with this bull crap here, and these people trying to recruit you to the dark side, they weren't even fun. They weren't even fun. How you going to be sitting there trying to have all this wickedness and it ain't even fun? It's boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was set up that way because you weren't supposed to be dealing with this long term. You're just supposed to learn from it. Gain that wisdom. All right, ancestral wisdom. All right, Pisces, that is what I have for you today. And I hope that this message resonates with you all. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button. All right, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace, y'all.